Thank you, Madam IPP. Today we have an awesome guest. Oh, sorry, my name is Rotarian Nelius Mukami. I belong to the Rotary Club of Nairobi Gigiri. So I'm just gonna go into introducing the guest of the day. Her name is Nancy Chiuri. She's a well-renowned fitness trainer and a mother of 5 boys. She's a believer of healthy living. She's the founder of Mama Fitness Kenya, a movement that primary goal is reaching women and all mothers, helping them enhance their physical, mental, and spiritual goals. She has 5 years of training experience and dedicated training despite various family duties. Her dream is to see fit mothers who constantly engage their children in their daily lives and during workouts. Nothing is impossible. Karibu sana, Nancy.
Asante.
Over to you, Nancy.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to really say that I'm really honored to be here, to be talking today. And I want to thank you so much, together with the other Rotarians, for giving me this opportunity. And Nelias, asante sana for trusting me to be one of your guests today. Now that you have introduced me, I would like to introduce myself again. My name is Nancy Chiuri. I'm a women fitness trainer. I'm the founder for Mama Fitness Kenya, and I thank God that I'm blessed with 5 boys. So I was told that I need to do a 10-minute workout, but I can see we have like almost 35 minutes left. But I think I will show you a few workouts that we can do at home. But my question is, now that I can see most of the people are sitting down, am I going to do the workout alone? Yeah, but well, before I even start, I want to appreciate my mentor that is attending today, Steve Young Lion. He's the one that mentored me to be the person that I am today. And he has really walked with me in this journey of fitness, and leave alone just getting to understand what fitness is all about. He has been able to help me to grow mentally and getting to understand that fitness is more than just working out, but it's more of growing mentally strong and also physically strong. So before I start showing you the few workouts that we can do at home, there are a few things that I want to mention that is very important before starting any workout. When you're getting into any workout, you need to realize and to get to understand first if you're medically fit to do any kind of workout, because some of us, our bodies, or we have conditions that we are not able to work out, and we get into doing workouts, and then at the end of it, we get to start having injuries or maybe having future problems. Secondly is, when you get to work out, there are things that you need to consider, and that is making sure that each and every workout that you do, you need to do them with the right posture, because if you do a workout and you do it in the wrong posture, chances of having injuries are very high. So information is very important, and having knowledge is very important. Glad today that we have technology, but now many people are getting to misuse technology, or rather they're using technology.
Did we lose our speaker?
Yeah, she dropped off.
Seems so.
I think so. I think it dropped off. Maybe Mukami, you can reach her.
Can you hear me, Madam President?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yes, so I was saying that many of us with the technology that we have nowadays, technology is very good, but also technology has made very many people to make their own decisions when it comes to keeping a fit life, because we have so many people out there who are bringing out their own message when it comes to keeping fit, and they've made it ideally to look like keeping fit is a very hard thing, and also not only being a hard thing, that keeping fit is also you can achieve your results within a very short time, and it's more the same like a microwave kind of process. But to be very sincere, with the journey that I've had in keeping a fit life and training women for the last 4 years, I would really say that keeping a fit life, it's not a one night thing that you can be able to achieve your results, but it's a lifetime journey that one needs to understand that, you know, if you start keeping a fit life, then you have to look at it in the future way and not making a short-term goal. So, Madam President, can I do the 10-minute workout when I'm done with the presentation, because I can see that our time is really running up.
Not to worry, just go ahead so that we are all here for it.
I can't hear you.
We are all here for it. Please go ahead.
All right, so I would want to give you a very short story as to why one of the reasons that made me to start becoming fit. Well, I was born in Mombasa, and I was born in a barrack setting. My dad was a Kenya Navy soldier, and so I'm a naval kid that was raised in Mombasa, and my life was surrounded by the naval soldiers who were wearing white each and every day, and I would see them every morning running, and I would see them looking very beautiful in their white uniform. And so I really wanted to become a naval officer, but I was born very, very, very fat baby, and those that are old like me and those that are during my time, you can relate with me and get to know that there was this figure that was called Yokozuna. So Yokozuna was my name while I was growing up as a child. And to be very sincere and to be very honest, I don't think there was any one point in my life that I really liked that name, because as far as I'm concerned, I know that my name is Nancy, but in my childhood, they used to call me my other name, that is Mtende. And so people would call me Yule Mtende Yokozuna. And so it really brought my self-esteem down, and it really affected my education. And I really hated how I looked, because I was very, very fat. Now that I'm an older person, or I can say that I'm a bit mature, I came to understand that being big doesn't mean that you don't look beautiful, because then people have become so negative in body shaming and making people feel that when you're big, you're not accepted in the society. But I would say that those negative comments made me to become the person that I am today, because I took the obstacles, or I took the challenges that I went through to become who I am today, a woman that is so passionate in empowering other women and empowering each and every person to keep a fit life and to grow mentally and physically strong. So when I grew up and I went to my high school and I kept on working out and all that, I got to understand that keeping fit was more than how I wanted it to be, because I was actually doing it to lose weight, and also to imply to the environment that I had, or to the society that I had at that moment, that, you know what, I can look beautiful when I'm a bit smaller and when I'm not big. But to be very sincere And with the knowledge that I have right now, I know and understand that keeping fit is more than that. There's one thing that I really want to mention right now before I even talk about the importance of keeping fit. My dad, who was a naval soldier, there's this term that he kept on telling us when we were growing up, and I remember very well when he used to call me in my mother tongue name, and he used to say Motende. Now, well, that's how we pronounce it in where I come from, and we'll say Motende, discipline will take you far. And he kept on saying, discipline will take you far. So I grew up understanding that discipline is one area of our lives that I needed to have. But now when I got to high school, I had this coach of mine who is now one of the coaches in KBF, Kenya Basketball Federation, Mr. Kisoi. Mr. Kisoi kept on telling us that sports discipline will help you to grow in almost all areas of your life. And that time it never used to make sense, because for me, I used to love playing and I used to love keeping fit. But when he kept telling us that, and we would wake up very early in the morning to go for all those laps, and we'll do like almost 10 to 15 laps just to prepare for a game that we'll play in 2 months' time. To me, it didn't make sense. But now it really makes sense to me that sports is one very important component in our lives that every human being needs to have. So when you go back to the genesis of how God created us in our bodies, that our bodies ideally are supposed to move. You know, when you give birth, those that have children, when you look at the baby and the growth that a baby has, you realize after a few months, a baby starts moving or turning and all that. So ideally, our bodies are supposed to move. So if we don't move, that means there's part of our bodies, or the part holistically, that will not be able to grow. So, and it's when you look at the bit of moving, it explains the definition of exercise, because if you're doing an exercise, you have to move any part of your body. All right, so I want to look at it in this way. I'm going to talk about fitness and why it's important. So I'll look at it in the mental perspective, and I'll look at it in the physical perspective. When you're in the stages of our lives, when you are really small kids, and I want to look at children, and then also us as adults, and also the older people. When a baby is born, when you come from the hospital and you're taking care of the baby for the months, you keep on going back to the checkups and all that, and the doctor keep on asking, how is the baby? They keep on trying to check if the baby's hands are well and then the legs are well. And now fast forward, when the baby goes to school and then they're in the kindergarten, they tend to do physical activities. And these physical activities, they're not just for fun, but the teachers aim to look at if the baby is able to have the cognitive skills, to have the social skills, and also the more. Asante. Asante. And I hope you also get to invite my mentor one of these days. He's such a very deep person, Steve Younglam.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I was saying, when the children go to school and the teachers give them physical activities, they tend to look at their cognitive skills, their motor skills, which helps them to also grow in their social skills. And now when children get to grow up, now in their teenagehood, I'm glad that I've been able to give back to the society by training some of the primary schools in basketball, and also some of the fitness. There's a research that was done scientifically and said that ideally teenagers are supposed to do a workout excuse me, 2 to 5 times a week, because then it also gets to help them to grow and also helps them in their attention span when they go back to their classes. So now that our bodies are supposed to move, that means that every stage of our lives, we need to keep a fit life. And when keeping a fit life, that means we need to move our bodies in the ways that we can do a few exercises. We all know that they're all different kind of exercises, and you know, there are different targets that everyone has, but you cannot start from a crawling stage and jump to a big mountain thinking that you're going to be able to do it. You need to understand how to do each workout, from the crawling stage to the standing stage and being able to jump. So, but now as an adult, according to the American Heart Association, an adult needs to work out 30 minutes a day. And that means if you've not been doing that, then there's part of our bodies that we are not able to grow very well because of the research that was done. So one of the main importance of working out is, now when I talk of the mental bit of it, is our brains. When you work out, scientifically, it shows that the heart pumps oxygen to our brains. I don't know if anyone can attest that there are times that you don't feel like working out, or there are times that you have a bad mood, but then when you start working out, suddenly your mood changes and you get to have this better mood, and your energy levels. When you work out, have the hormones that are released that like endorphins, that really makes the human brain and makes someone to have a very good mood. So someone like me who I'm not very good in just sitting down, and I really don't like to have a very bad mood. If I work out, my moods really change within a very short time. And so in the mental bit of it, especially right now during COVID season, where very many people are not able to interact with other people, because ideally, us as human beings, we are meant to socialize and interact with other people, and not being refrained or put in one place that we are working at home and we're not able to meet other people. It's been really putting very many people down, and we've had cases of people having depression. And so those that are used to going to the gyms and they're not able to work out at home, they're not able, the depression levels have really gone up, and also the stresses are really increasing. But now when you work out with the release of the hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, it also helps us to reduce the stress that has been building up. So I'd really advocate for each and every one to look at exercise as a very important factor in helping us to become mentally strong. I want to give an experience of me. Before I started becoming like really very fit in my life, I would find out that there are challenges that would come my way, and I will not be able to overcome them, because then I was not mentally strong. And this would come out because when you work out, there's an extent that you push yourself, and that makes you to become mentally strong. And I realized when you become mentally strong, that means that even the challenges that come in our lives, we are able to, even if not overcome 100%, we are able to push and get to even 90% and not fall to the cases of possibly like suicidal cases that we've had, because we know that there are people who have been depressed and they've committed suicide because they were not able to stand the challenges they've gone through. So when it comes to our brain, like I mentioned, working out is very important because it builds your mood. It helps you to reduce the stress levels that you have, and also it helps you to become more attentive. I know, I'll give you an example of my husband. When he doesn't work out, even working, his office work is really always hard because he tells me that he always feels really, really tired. And so when we get to do our program for working out, his attention span goes back to where it was. And I know some of you have also experienced such. So when you work out, your brain becomes more attentive. That means if you are doing an activity for like an hour, that means you can do the activity for 2 hours. And also that helps you in your time management. You're not going to waste a lot of time feeling tired and also not being able to do the task that you have at the right time. The next importance of keeping a fit life is you become self-disciplined. You know, keeping fit, I've had many people say, oh, keeping fit is not an easy thing. It's very hard. I do not have time to do that. And I would say, yes, partially, yes, it's not an easy thing. And that's why you have to grow in becoming disciplined, because you have to create your time. You have to create your routine for it. And so when you do all that and you're able to meet the goals, that means you are growing mentally strong, and also you're becoming disciplined. And if you become disciplined in the areas of keeping a fit life, you also tend to become disciplined in other areas of life. When I look at my kids, and I thank God for having blessed me with 5 children, sometimes I look at myself and I ask myself, okay, how are we able to do all these kind of chores and the boys are still growing? But I realized the same way I was taught to become disciplined while I was growing up, and also getting to know the discipline of sport, I got to understand that I'm also becoming disciplined in other areas of my life. So with the kids at home, I make sure that I plan my time in a way that everything is done at the same time. If not done at that time, then there's a bit of flexibility, but also making sure that we've been able to achieve our objectives. So if you're in sports and you want to grow, you also have to push yourself. When you start like the workouts of doing jumping jacks, you go to squats, slowly you get to learn other workouts like burpees. You know, burpees is one of the workouts that very many people shy away from, and they say that it's very hard, but it takes discipline for someone to push to be able to do a certain workout, because you want to see how your body can do something else. I like challenging myself, and I like doing some of the hardest things that I never thought that my body could do. And I really get surprised that if I push myself, then I'm able to achieve them. And that means I'm disciplined in that area. So if you keep a fit life, you become a disciplined person. And I know there are challenges in the fitness journey, but this is what I would say. There are those days that you don't feel like working out. I would say that don't fall down and stay down there. Just take time and rest. And then the next day, get up and keep doing it. Because like I said, when I was starting, that keeping fit is a journey. It's not a quick fix thing. It's something that we need to have for the rest of our lives. Our third thing, the importance of keeping fit is self-esteem. I've given you my story when I was growing up, and my self-esteem went down because I was body shamed by being called names because of how I looked. But now, after working out and becoming the body that the society ideally approved at that time, then my self-esteem grew. But you see, my main reason for keeping fit at that time was wrong, because I wanted to prove a point to the society. But now when I'm coming to, when I'm still growing in this fitness industry, I realized even the more I work out, I look good because there's a certain body that I want, and that goes with the target that each and every person has. So this is also what I would say, don't let the society or the social media push you to a certain kind of feedback or body that you need to have. But if you have a target, I want to attest and say that yes, you can get to the target by pushing and by being disciplined, and with time. Everyone loves looking good. Well, for me, I know I love looking good. I dress well and I look at myself in the mirror and I see how beautiful I'm looking, and I'm going to work and I'm feeling, okay, all eyes are on me today. So my self-esteem that day is high because I have the body that I've always wanted to have. Lastly is, not even lastly, when you get to work out, according to the medical research and all that, we all know that the risk of having health-related issues is very low. We know diseases like osteoporosis, which are bone diseases. If your bone is stiff, you're not able to work out, with time that you get to have such kind of diseases. Other diseases are like obesity, which obesity brings more other diseases, hypertension, and even other diseases that possibly you know. So when you work out, chances of getting these health-related sicknesses is very low. And also that means that you get to live long, possibly if the Lord doesn't take us. Lastly is that you save money. If you don't become sick, you don't go to the hospital. If you become sick, then you get to spend most of your money in the hospital. Madam President, I'm so glad for you giving me this opportunity to share some of the importance of working out. But I also want to, I know you have 4 minutes, but let me know if I can show you 3 types of workouts that we can do at home.
Thank you, Nancy. Please go ahead and show us the workouts. We are dying for that part.
I wish that all of us were working out, because all of you are just going to look at me.
Unfortunately, not to worry. Next time we will join you physically.
Yeah. So like I said, we need to be medically fit to work out, but I'll show you workouts that you can do if you don't have a medical problem, and also workouts that you can do if you have like bad knees that you cannot be able to do them. So when you were really young kids, I remember one of the workouts that we used to do is called jumping jacks, and this is how to do jumping jacks. I know most of us know that kind of a workout, but if you have any medical problem, you can do it this way. You take one leg to the side, center, side, center, side, center. So, but if you don't have any problem, like I've said, you just have to do it this way. And you can do as many repetitions as you can. So if you want to start, you can start with 15 repetitions in a day, then 3 sets, because ideally you're supposed to do 3 to 4 sets when you're doing a workout. Another workout is squats. Squats is also a full body workout. And if you have medical problem, like possibly you're not able to do them in the right posture, you can grab a chair and you tap the chair and then you stand. Again, you tap and then you stand. But if you're able to do them with the right posture, this is how to do squats. You make sure that your back is straight and you assume that you're sitting on a chair, and then you stand and you squeeze your glutes. Assume you're sitting on a chair, stand and squeeze your glutes. This is another workout, which is a full body workout, and I love it because it's one of my favorite workouts. It's called inchworm plank. It's more of a stretch workout, and it's also a full body workout. And it's one of the workouts that you can start with when you're doing your other workout. So this is how to do inchworm plank. I hope you'll be able to see me very well. So make sure that your posture is right. You walk, Make sure that your back is straight. And you come back down and you stand. Again. Make sure that your back is straight. You come back and you stand. So those are some of the home workouts that you can do at home. And if you do them within 30 minutes, then that means that day you've been able to work out. You see, already I'm getting tired and I just did very few workouts. Thank you, Madam President. I'm really honored to have had this opportunity to speak.
Wow. Thank you, Nancy. In the interest of time, I will invite our past president, Angie, so that she can have a word of thanks to our guest.
No
Past President
questions?
Angie, please.
There may be a few members who have questions.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. We are 8 plus 5 minutes, but with your permission, we can give it another 5 minutes of questions. Members, please.
Yes. Questions?
Members, si mnajichuja vile mnafanyanga ma exercise. Can you please come out with questions?
Thank you, Nancy. This is Rotary Mukami. I have just a question about the squats. Someone told me that you should not open your legs so wide. So is there a difference between opening it too wide and having it together, especially because we are told when you open it too wide during pregnancy, like you can open your cervix? I don't know if it makes sense. So yeah, just to be sure at what particular, how far apart should your legs be?
When you're pregnant, of course, there's how you can do your workouts, and there are always several ways to do the workouts. But now, when you do wide squat, that is called sumo squat, that targets the glutes alone. And you see, I really don't know why someone told you that you cannot do the squats wide, because it all depends with the kind of muscle that you want to target. So when you do sumo squat, which is ideally the wide squat, that you target mostly the glutes and also the pelvic floor. When you do, when you put your legs almost together, that you target more on the hamstring. So you can do different kind of squats, but it all depends with which muscle that you want to target.
Members, the floor is open for questions. We have 3 more minutes.
There's someone who asked me a question in the morning.
I have a
Somebody was just about to ask. I didn't get who it was.
It was Kate.
Kate, please go ahead.
I have a question. To people with problems with their backs, what kind of exercises would you recommend?
With back problems, you cannot do any high intensity workouts. The workouts that you can do are low impact kind of workouts. And like glute bridge is a very good workout for the lower back. And there are other lower back workouts that you can do, like single glute bridge, also a bit of not very raised donkey kick. So it also depends which part of back problem that you have, because there are those that have the lower back problem, and there are those that have it at the, which muscle is that? The one at the, goes at the tailbone. Yeah. So, but like I said, if you have any kind of injuries or you have any kind of medical problems, don't do any workouts alone. You have to do them with a professional trainer.
And Nancy, you are telling us about somebody who had asked in the morning some question.
Oh yeah, there's a lady who asked about if I could talk about emotional eating, and she was saying that when she's stressed, she gets to eat a lot because emotionally she feels that she needs to eat a lot. So this is my answer. When you're stressed and you know that that's how you're able to manage your stress by eating, I would really advise that you do healthy snacks. And those healthy snacks are the group of the nuts and fruits that are able to make you're able to maintain the right weight that you need to have. So really, when it comes to emotional eating, don't do any junk foods, because if you do them don't do often the junk foods, because if you do them often, that means you're going to mess up with your diet and your nutrition.
Wow, thank you. Last question, if any.
Madam, I have a question.
Yes, Rotary and Robert.
My question is focused on the Scots.
And we can't hear you. You are very soft.
My question is focused on the Scots. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's better.
Okay, so my question is focused on the Scots. I did some yesterday. No, the day before yesterday, and I still feel pain on my legs. I haven't gone outside the house for 2 days. So kuna remedy hiyo, because at the end of the day it's very painful. Siwezi move, niko numb. Nakaa tu hapa. Or alternatively, can I get a different exercise ya kusaidia kutoa hiyo pain ya squat? Hiyo squat haileti shangwe.
Yeah.
Well, if you, not even squats alone, but if you do any workout, chances of having sore muscles are very high, because then you've stretched the muscle that you are not working out for. But now also, if you have the pain that is an abnormal kind of pain, chances of also that you did the workout with the wrong posture is very high, because when you do squats, your feet are supposed to be down. You're not supposed to be lifting your ankles, because if you lift your ankles, you put so much pressure on the ankles, then also chances of having injuries are very high. And then also, how you position yourself is very important, because like I said earlier, if you don't know the posture of a workout, then you need to work with a professional trainer who will be able to help you to do it. So now this is the remedy. If you did your workout yesterday, I would say that you do stretch workouts that will be able to stretch the right muscle that you're feeling pain. But also, if you're able to do other workouts like walking upstairs or even running, do them, because then you're still exercising the same muscle, which will be able to get used to the workout. And then with time, you'll be able to see that the muscle is becoming used to the workout. But also, if you become used, I'll challenge you to do a more intense workout, but also you need to, like I've said, you need to work with a professional trainer who will be able to help you to understand which other workout you can progress from a certain kind of workout. So don't just sit down, make sure that you do something.
Okay, thanks. Let me clarify. I had weights on my shoulders when I was doing the squats. So is that okay, or you pretty much need to do the squats without weights?
Was it the first time you did weights on the shoulders?
Yes, after 1 year when I wanted to grow fat, but not right now I want to grow a bit thin. Yeah.
You wanted to grow fat or you wanted to grow muscle? I think you wanted to grow your muscles. When it comes to weightlifting, this is what I would advise. Don't start with a heavy weight when you're doing any workout, because with a heavy weight, chances of having injuries is very high, especially with squats, because it's squats, when you're putting the barbell squat weight on your shoulders, when you're squatting, you're putting pressure on the lower back. And so if you're not careful, chances of you having a lower back problem is very high, and that is going to be long term. So this is what I would advise. Don't do any heavy weight if you've not done it before. And if you have to start weight, please do it with a professional trainer who is always be beside you and show you how to do it. I'm so glad that my mentor, he was here. He's the one who trained me how to do squats to a level that I was able to do squats of 80 kgs, but with the right posture and with the right form.
Thank you. For the interest of time, let us go directly into Madam Past President so that she can give us a vote of thanks. Welcome.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Mama Fitness. I really like that name, by the way. It really makes me happy. So thank you, Mama Fitness. Thank you for, in this time of COVID, we're all at home, and you're so right. Right now, there's so many wrong messages that are being pumped at us constantly every day. And we often fall prey to them, and we follow those bad messages. You've really opened our eyes to the benefits of exercise over and above losing those extra pounds that many of us have. I mean, I'd not even thought about the mental fitness, because it makes me understand why when I stopped exercising, suddenly my memory just went, I couldn't remember anything. Self-discipline, self-esteem, and the risk of certain diseases reducing, and saving money, of course, and that's a big one right now, especially with COVID bills piling up for everybody. The only thing is, I'm not too sure about the burpees. I don't know. No, I don't think I can jump in and do the burpees. But all in all, what I can say is that you really inspired me to start working out again. And I'm sure you've done the same for many of the other members and people who are here at the presentation today. Thank you. And she has dropped off.
She's
not
dropped
there.
off.
Yeah, she's dropped off. I'm not seeing her.